Well, looks like we are ready to begin. And as I prepare to introduce Lori, I just want to say what an honor and a privilege it has been to know her and work with her over the years. Lori has a dynamic personality, as most of you know, and she has used it to affect the lives of many people over the years. In addition to being an entertainer, both here and abroad, Lori has written, produced, and directed over 100 songs, skits, full-length musicals, and introductions for the likes of Oliver North, Kenneth and Gloria Copeland, Joyce Meyer, and Oral Roberts. Over the years, Lori has started and operated very successful businesses, and she comes from an entrepreneurial family. Her most successful business venture has been Mestas Musicals, an entertainment company now in its 15th year. She attributes her success to following the God-given impetus to start this business, as well as using her gifts and talents to the fullest to impact the lives of many. And in fact, that's why we're here tonight, because she wants to take what she has learned over the years and help others to do the very same thing. Tonight is actually about you becoming all that you were meant to be. So, without further ado, won't you please help me welcome Lori Mestas and the Destinettes. For an evening of destiny.
All that you want in front of you. Just take my hand, I'll I'll see you through. Destiny, destiny. Your destiny, destiny, destiny. Your destiny time. Destiny, destiny. Your destiny, destiny, destiny. Your destiny time. Destiny, destiny. Your destiny, destiny, destiny. Your destiny time. Destiny, destiny. Your destiny, destiny, destiny. Your destiny time. What you want? Thank you. Thank you, Destinettes. Give them a hand, please. Therese Rabbit and Paula Williams. Girls, thank you so much. There they are. For helping me do this. They're here helping me tonight to make a difference in your lives. We're excited about it. And you know, to make something special, sometimes it takes a few people to do it together. It's a good thing to have a team, to work together for a common good. And Daryl, wherever he is, back there too. Thanks, Daryl! So, I know a lot of you. Some of you are guests of people that I know. Maybe some came off the street, I'm not sure. But I'm just glad you're here, and I am Lori Mestas, in case you didn't know. So I'm going to start out with a question. How many of you would say that you've had an idea, a dream, a vision, something that you've always known you wanted to do, but perhaps you just haven't done it? Anybody raise your hand if that's you? You know, I'm going to need more light in this place. Can you kind of pop those glow backs on? You'll see back there. Because I can't see the hands, so. Anybody? Like a lot of us? Like, okay. So let's say you maybe haven't had an idea, a dream, a vision, but you know you're here because you just have this sense like there's more for your life, and you know there's something that you want to do, more of a purpose for your life. Maybe other than what you're doing now. Is that anybody that is here tonight? Raise your hand. Oh, thank you for the lights. We're trying to be dramatic, but I need to see you. Yes, awesome, very good. Okay, are you here tonight maybe just because you wanted a good meal and a good show? That's okay too. That's you. You can raise your hand. Yeah. Very good. Well, I'm hoping tonight you will find what you're looking for. Now, you heard a little bit about my professional background, but I would like to share with you about my personal background a little bit, so you can know more about me, why I do what I do, and why I'm here doing it for you. And because I'm a musical person, I thought I would share my personal background with you with a little tune that many of you may know from the good old TV days. So see if you can recognize this. Okay, so just sit right back and you'll hear a tale. A tale of Lori Mestas. Grew up in Skokie, Illinois, a place in the Midwest is. Well, things were fine in Illinois, but they weren't fine for me. So I said goodbye to my family to find my destiny. To find her destiny. Very good. At first I thought New York would work, to be out on Broadway. But the weather is cold and I like to be warm, so I flew out to L.A. Well, at first things were not going well, but I kept on pressing through. Then I got my first gig on the Queen Mary. And then a Mid-America tour. Traveled abroad to Japan and France, Monte Carlo too. Oh yeah, well you didn't have to do that part. You guys are into this now, okay, you Gilligan Island people. All right, anyway. So I traveled abroad. I'm done singing now for the moment. I traveled abroad, and I was singing, and I was dancing, and I was loving everything I was doing. I was singing to my heart's content. The only problem was my heart wasn't very content at all, and I could not figure that out. I mean, here I am doing what I thought I loved to do, sing and dance and travel, and I was in my element. I was discovering and fulfilling my destiny. But something was missing, and I could not put my finger on what it was. I mean, we would do these shows, and we would give every fiber of our being into what we were doing, and just pour it all out there. And people would come in with their miserable lives, and they'd leave with their miserable lives. And it was like I didn't do anything to change it. So I thought, something is wrong with this picture. What could be missing? Well, I realized after a while it wasn't a something that was missing. It was a someone. And his name was Jesus. Amen. Well, that changed a little bit of everything since I'm a little Jewish girl from Skokie finding this Jesus person. Because he found me, and I'm so glad he did. Anyway, so I come home from a tour. I was recuperating, and I'm like, what do I do now? Little paradigm shift, because I knew that what I was doing, I didn't really want to do that anymore, so I didn't know what to do. Well, anyway, I was introduced to a church, and I went there, and I was liking the church and everything. And then guess what happened? I got a job being the drama director at the church. So now I was using my gifts and talents for a different reason. Okay? Well, when I got hired, this is really funny. I got my job, and I was really excited. I'm in the building getting hired, and guess what I did? I ran out of the office, down the hall to the payphone. Remember those payphones? And I called my Jewish parents and said, guess what? I got hired at the church. And they were really excited, actually. They were very excited for me. And so here I am, Jewish girl, being the drama director of a church. And I was loving it. So I was writing and producing, and what you heard a little bit before, was doing a lot of that at my church as well, making a difference in people's lives. And so this was going on for many years. And then one day, I'm in prayer one morning, and I get this vision of my husband and I doing shows for seniors. Now, my husband always wanted to do something with seniors. We weren't sure what it was going to be. So I pitched it to him. So what do you think about us doing a show for seniors? And he said, yep, we need to do that. And I was like, wow. It was fairly surprising. If you knew my husband, you would know that he wasn't the singing and dancing type like moi. But he was in skits at church with me. He did pretty good. I thought, doesn't matter. He can do this. And I said, you're going to have to sing and dance too. And he's like, okay. Wow. That was a serious miracle right there. So, guess what? Mestas Musicals was born. And we quite didn't know if there was even a market for this, but we knew we wanted to do something for seniors, and we knew there were seniors, and we knew there were senior groups that did something together. So we had someone get on the phone and start making calls. And within 2 weeks of phone calls, we got our first gig booked. So after that, we had many more gigs, and that was started in 2002. And then 2004, the door opened for us to come here to White Fence Farm. So it might be new for you, but it is not new for me. This stage is not new for me. These lights are actually my lights. Just so you know, we bought those lights. And they house them for us. I love that. Anywho, so we've been doing shows and all this stuff. So as this is going along, God starts telling me to put him more in my shows. So in the beginning, we were doing like On the Road with Broadway and all this stuff, and it was fun, and they were loving it, very wholesome. But then God said, you need to put me in a show. Okay. So I started doing that a little bit in the beginning. Well, we're in a secular venue, okay? And people are coming in, and they're not expecting a God show. But I was obedient, so I started doing it. And people would say to me, we really loved your show, but it was the last 5 minutes when you shared your testimony that we really, really, really liked it. I thought, wow. So you know what? I thought, why am I going through all this for the last 5 minutes? I mean, I'm going to put God at the top. And that's why I am tonight. I'm putting him at the top. So if you don't like it, sorry. Well, I forgot to tell you, we did lock the doors when you guys came in. You can't get out till I'm done. Okay. So then he kept saying, "Can you put me in a little more, put me in a little more." So then I started doing shows like really that were very inspirational and what have you. And there was a show I did called Make Your Life Count, where I portrayed women from our history who made their lives count. Every century, I did a woman, and then went even as far back as the biblical days of Esther. Anybody know Esther from the Bible? Okay. So Esther was the queen of Persia, and at the time that she was at the palace, there was a very mean man named Haman. Anybody ever hear of Haman? Yeah. So he didn't like the Jewish people at all, and Esther was Jewish, and he was like, I want to get rid of all the Jewish people. Let's just, let's get them out of here. So Esther's cousin Mordecai went to Esther and said, Esther, please, can you go talk to the king and ask him, not to allow this decree to go forth. We need to save our people. And he said to her, for such a time as this have you been called to the kingdom. You're in the palace for a reason. This is your time. Well, Esther knew that if she went to the king, that if he didn't actually call her to come into him and see him, she could be killed. Interesting, huh? The queen. But that was the protocol back then. And so she knew that, and yet those words kept ringing over and over in her head. For such a time as this, for such a time as this. And she knew she had to do it. So she called a fast and prayer among her people and her handmaidens and said, okay, we're going to pray and we're going to fast that I have favor with the king, that I can go into him and tell him and ask him to help my people. So there's a song I want to sing for you now, whereby I believe exemplifies how Esther must have been feeling during this time. And it's a friend of mine who wrote the song. She's also a Jewish believer like myself. And I just think it's a really neat song. It's called For Such a Time as This. Can you turn it up a little bit, please? All of my life, I've been good. I've prayed the prayers, danced the dances that I should more please. Thank you. And bright as the sun, your love shined on me. Open the gates of destiny. Now no more to speak quietly or not to speak at all. You made me believe that I've been called for such a time as this. I cannot resist, for I have been chosen with fearless devotion. The reason I exist for such a time as this. I don't want to miss this chance I've been blessed with. My spirit is tested. Even if I die, I live for such a time as this. There is a time for everything, a time to be born, a time to die, a time for peace and a time to fight. But if I am hindered or scared, who knows that my life might not be spared? Fear, don't you try to stop me now. Don't hold me still. Risking it all, I answer love's call. My life is fulfilled for such a time as this. I don't want to miss, for I have been chosen with fearless devotion. The reason I exist for such a time as this. This chance I've been blessed with. Even if I die, I live for such a time as this. Fear, don't you try, don't you stop me now. I'm going to do what God has called me to do. So, what happened Who knows what happened to Esther? What'd she do? Did she go see the king?
Yes.
And did he extend his scepter to her?
Yes.
Yes. And were her people saved? Yes. So,
She threw a big party.
she threw a big party. Well, anyway, so the point is, her people were saved. And think about it. Think about if she was just too afraid to go. Or if she just, really said, I don't think it's my time. No. That's not for me. I'm not the one. It would have changed the whole course of history if she did not do that. And I believe there are some of you here tonight that what you do will change the course of history too. You probably not thought about that. But why not? Why can't you change the course of history? Why can't I? I plan to. I don't know how yet. No, the point is, why not? Right? And you may say, well, gosh, this is kind of serious. Like, are you telling me that I would have to die for my dream, maybe? Like she did? Well, of course not. That's already been done. Jesus already died. And God's dream was all of us. See, he sent Jesus because he wanted us back. That was his dream. His dream's being fulfilled because he has us. But here's the key. He also gave us dreams, visions, and ideas. So are we going to let them die? Think about it. You may also say, well, maybe it's not my time. Does it have to be my time right now? I just came to a show tonight. Are you telling me it has to be my time? No. But when is it going to be your time? The clock keeps ticking. Do that with me. It's kind of fun. Dun, 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 dun. It is your turn to go on. What was that show? The Jeopardy show. That was not part of my show tonight, in case you want to know. Okay, so, but what I want to say is, you see this clock back here? Right? You see the hands on the clock? Do you notice how they've already come around part of the hour, half the hour? They're going up to another hour. And each hour, we're just letting time go by. What are we doing with our time? Why aren't we pursuing and fulfilling the dreams that God has given us? Time keeps ticking, and it waits for no man. So the question is, what are we doing with our time? Why aren't we going after the things God put in our hearts to do? Well, we get busy, right? Okay, I want to see your hands again. How many of you would say you've had an idea, a vision, a dream, something that God's put in your heart to do, even a talent, a gifting, and you're really not doing it like you really want to be doing it, but there's more. Anybody? Okay, I'm just checking again. So, so this night is to encourage you that in a kind of a funny way to say, time is short, so I want to encourage you, do something, get it going, make it happen. We need to do it now. In the scheme of eternity, our time here is very, very short. The Bible says it's like a vapor. Poof, it's over. That's short. I don't know about you, but for me, I need to make my life count. I refuse to go see God when I die and have him say to me, what'd you do with that idea I gave you? How come you didn't do it? I shudder to think what that would be like. So I am like gangbusters about this whole idea and this concept. I can't do it. I don't want to live with regret, and I don't want to die with regret either. Which reminds me of a story I heard at a seminar I was at many years ago. A gentleman that was there was a guest speaker. His name was Les Brown. Anybody ever hear of him?
Yes.
Okay. And Les shared a story about a man who was on his deathbed. And there were people around the bed that were his family members paying their last respects. And as the man looked at the family members, instead of seeing the individual person, what he was seeing were dreams, ideas, visions, things that he knew God wanted him to do that he never did. And he was dying. It kind of puts it in perspective, doesn't it? So, life is short. And many of us in here even know that just from a personal journey with the people that we've loved and have left. So, we just really got to get that, you guys. We never know when we're going to go. So, important to know, right? Okay, good. So anyway, as I went on and was doing more about this, more or less like ministering through my shows, I started getting another shift happening where I sensed God was telling me, now you need to go into this a little deeper, not just performing and using your gifts and talents for me, but helping others do the same, which is why we're here tonight. But I thought that I sensed it wasn't just through a show, but that rather it was doing more speaking. So I was getting this idea and sensed that I should be more of a speaker, an entertaining speaker. Would you say I'm a little bit entertaining so far? Thank you. You haven't seen anything yet, okay? So you know. Woo! Okay. I'm ringing. So, at any rate, so recently I started going to some seminars and meetings about speaking. And I thought, well, let me check this stuff out and see what it's about. So I went to this one weekend seminar, and I had like one business type suit in my closet, and I thought, well, I need another suit because it was 2 days, and I really didn't have another business looking suit. So I went to the store. I had like an hour to go find something, and I went to the closest store by my house, which was a thrift shop. They're fun to go to. I don't know if you ever go to whatever. Yeah. So in my head, I had this idea of a brown, really nice brown suit. I just pictured it. Sure enough, I walk in there, there's a really nice brown suit. Tried it out, fit me like a glove. And then I needed shoes to go with it, so I went over to the shoes. And there were these cool brown alligator shoes. No kidding, they were perfect. I'm like, this is awesome. Well, while I'm at the shoes and I'm looking there, next to the brown shoes are a pair of tap shoes. Like dancing tap shoes, you know what I'm saying? Tap shoes. You ever hear those tap shoes? Ever hear those tap shoes? Okay, so I'm like, that's funny. And then I'm looking at the shoes and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're Blocks. Well, Blocks is like a designer brand dancewear. Did you hear that, amen? There's a dance teacher over there, right there, choreographer, teacher extraordinaire. Okay, so I'm like, this is funny. Blocks, and they look brand new. And Blocks go for like, what, $75 or something? Pair of shoes. They were $4.99. I thought, I'm trying these on. What the heck am I doing with tap shoes? I tried them on, and they fit me perfectly. I thought, I gotta buy these tap shoes. So I bought the tap shoes. So I'm in my car, and I'm going home, and I'm laughing in my car. I cannot believe I just bought tap shoes. That is so funny. Like, what am I going to do with tap shoes? And a thought came to me. Tap your way to the top. Look, that's funny, but I like it. Then I got home, and I started thinking about all this other terminology about tap and dance moves, and just the analogy about life with tap moves and terminology. It was pretty cool. So I thought to myself, well, I surely can't keep all this to myself. I have to share it with somebody. So I brought my tap shoes tonight. Told you, it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to put them on so I can share some of this with you. Now you surely did not think, when you came here tonight, that somebody was going to be up here taking off their shoes and putting on yet another pair of shoes, particularly tap shoes. Correct? You're like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into tonight? It's okay, it's really going to be fun. I love this part of the show. It's my favorite part. Oh, yep. So just so you know, back in the day, way back in the day, I did tap a little bit, and even taught it a little bit. Not much though. I'm trying to like make sure I say that because, I'm covering myself here. All right. And you know what else is really funny? Recently, I went to see Singing in the Rain. Anyone ever see the live performance of Singing in the Rain? Well, who does not know about Singing in the Rain, though, the movie, right? You all have heard of it? Gene Kelly and Debbie Reynolds, right? Well, anyway. And they were tapping, and it was fabulous. I'm like, man, what a lost art. What a shame. It was like a month later, I saw these tap shoes. I'm like, that's so funny. I got to get them. So, okay, here we are. So I'm going to bring tap back, I think. What do you think? All right, so, okay, got them on. All right, so now what I want to show you, pull my pants down first a little bit. There we go. Some cool things. So basic steps. This is called a flap. Moving forward, flapping. Okay. One basic step. Another step is called a shuffle. Side to side. Okay. Am I right so far? Shuffle. Shuffle up the buffalo. Okay, shuffle. The next step I want to show you is called a ball change. Very simple. Ball change. Ball being the ball of your foot. All right? Ball change. Say that with me. Ball change. Again. Ball change. All right, so flap. Shuffle. Right? Ball change. Now, with the flap, you're going forward, right? We're moving forward. We're moving forward in our lives, okay? Shuffle, what happens when you shuffle? You stay in one place, one spot. You're not going anywhere when you shuffle. You know that expression people say, oh, you know, don't shuffle around with your life. You're shuffling around and you're shuffling. Look what happens with my shoulders when I shuffle. Oh, woe is me, I'm just shuffling. I'm not getting anywhere when I shuffle. Right? Okay. Ball is back. Change, forward. Ball, change. Ball is back. Change is forward. So what happens when I'm moving forward? What happens when I change? I'm moving forward. When I allow a change in my life, I'm going forward. Get it? Ball, change. I'm going forward when I let myself change, when I allow change in my life. Okay, that was your tap lessons for tonight. Thank you. Okay, I think I'll start teaching tap again. All right, maybe? What do you think? Okay. All right, so I have to tell you though, I put these tap shoes on, you know, after like a zillion years. Trying to remember. I probably shouldn't tell you how long. So forget that. But anyway, it was like, I put them on at rehearsal the other day, and I was like having so much fun. I was like, oh my God, it's so fun. So you should get a pair. anyway, but since I have them on, I thought I should do a tap routine for you, some kind of tap number. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, I need more people though. Did anybody bring their tap shoes tonight? I didn't think so. So, well, I wanted some tap-up dancers, but backup dancers will have to do. We need to turn on the names, I think. Daryl, Christian, could you guys help me out?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, come on up. All right, awesome. Can you turn that up too? Hey, awesome. So, I'm going to tap a little. Thank you. They're going to sing, dance, and rap a little too. We're going to wear some cool hats. Woohoo! All right, you guys, you ready? Can you turn up the music, please? Thank you. If you want to get out of just getting by life, and you want to move up to living the high life, why you waiting around, wanting it all to come to you? Just take the first step you need, cause a little dab will do you.
It's your time.
Time for you to do. Turn it down a little. Let's sit down a bit. Do what you've been called to do.
It's your time.
For you to press on through.
It's your time.
To yourself you need to be true. You're blessed.
Hallelujah.
You're blessed.
Hallelujah.
You're blessed.
Hallelujah.
Just trust in God, He'll give it to you. Just trust in God, He'll give it to you. Just trust in God, He'll give it to you. He knows just what you need so you can tap your way to the top. Woo! Woo! way to the top. Woo! If you want to keep from strife,
Keep your mind, keep your stride.
tell your thoughts, enough. You're a new creature in Christ. All things have passed away. Don't let your thoughts play tricks on you. You're heading for a brand new day.
It's your time.
Time to make a change.
It's your time.
Your mind to rearrange.
It's your time.
Let nothing hold you back.
It's your time.
To get on the right track. You're blessed.
Hallelujah.
The best.
Hallelujah.
You're blessed.
Hallelujah.
Just trust in God, He'll give it to you. Just trust in God, He'll give it to you. Just trust in God, He'll give it to you. He knows just what you need so you can tap your way to the top. Woo! Yeah! Oh, 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 hey! Tap your way to the top. Woo! Yeah. Tap your way to the top. Woo! You know, to get anywhere in life, there's steps that you need to take. Yeah? Like this. Step 1.
Step 1.
Renew your mind. Step 2.
Step 2.
Leave the past behind. Step 3.
Step 3.
We'll show you how. Step 4.
Step 4.
Your time is now. Tap your way.
Tap your way.
Tap your way to the top. Tap your way.
Tap your way.
Tap your way to the top. Tap your way.
Tap your way.
Tap your way to the top. Woo!
Tap your way.
Tap your way. Tap your way to the top. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Woo! That was fun.
Very.
I'm telling you, get some tap shoes, I'm telling you. You'll love it, you'll love it. Thanks, boys. Appreciate it, you help. Woo! Give a hand, give a hand, give a hand. Yeah. See, I'm just in my element now. Okay, I'm seriously telling you. I hope I do another one of these shows soon because I love these tap shoes. Okay. Okay, so now, remember how I told you it was going to be really interesting? And when you leave here tonight, you're going to say, you are not going to believe this when you talk to your friends, your family. This girl started tap dancing in the show. It was crazy, but it was really cool. And how many of you know that song that we were just doing that to? Yes, Bruno Mars. Of course, did you notice the lyrics were a little different? That's one of the things I love to do, modify lyrics. Make them work for us, you know. Get our point across in a fun way. Getting your point across in a fun way is key to your destiny. It's key to your success. Because it's what makes you stand out, that makes you different. What is it about you that's special? What do you have to offer? I mean, I would never have thought myself to have tap dancing as one of my specialties, but the truth is, this is different, right? Different.
It is.
And that's what makes people remember who you are when you do something different. Okay, good. Now, on that note,
Ideal.
the tap shoes felt a little bit better. Okay, anyway, so this whole tap your way to the top thing became more and more interesting to me. I'm like, wow, I really like this. I think I'm going to make a whole business about it. Tap your way to the top. So kind of that's what we did. So we took our whole tap your way to the top motif and we created a whole program around it. So I'm going to show that to you right now. Ready? Here we go. Tap your way to the top. Let me show you what we got. Hey, what do you know? Tap your way to the top. Woo! Can you guys do that? Woo! That was very good. Okay, so like I said in the little song we did, that anytime you want to go anywhere in life, you have to take steps to get there. You know, you can't just get to the top because most likely you'll fall because you haven't taken the necessary steps you need to manage getting to the top. Okay? And so that's what we put together here, is to show you how there's certain steps you need to take to get you there, and we want to help you get there. How do you like them apples? Oh, you're not sure yet. Well, you'll see. You'll love those apples in a minute. Okay, so the first step is mindset. Ding, ding, ding. So you know what, in the show when we did step 1, renew your mind, right? Remember that? We were just saying that for fun. It's real. It's true. You got to renew your mind. So in other words, to even get to the top or get where you want to go in life, you really need to know initially, who are you? Who you are. Whose you are. When you know who you are, when you're firm in that foundation, that you can do anything that you set your heart and your mind to do, when you know that you can do big things and that you're destined to big things, that's the first step. Because if you don't know that, I don't know why you take the next step. I think you fall off that next little step there. Until you know who you are, you're not going to make it to your. You have to know who your is. You see? Okay, next up, your time set. So, we renew our minds, now we renew our time. In other words, we're going to help you, show you how you got to make time work for you. Time is a commodity, right? And we only get the same amount of time. So what you do with your time is very significant to how successful you will be. So you need to learn how to manage your time rather than it managing you. Next step. Trade tools. Trade tools. Basically, all that is saying is tools of the trade. You need to know how to step out into something new. What are the tools of the trade in doing so? Well, when I say step out into something new, what I'm talking about is doing something that you've come up with or that you've gotten this idea to do, and it means that you need to learn how to get it out to the marketplace, how to tell others about what you're doing. Trade tools, tools of the trade, marketing, sales, how to negotiate, things like that. Got to learn that stuff. Next. Implement. So once you've learned about how to get yourself out in the market, then you need to do it. Get you out there, we help you do it. Okay, next. Community. So, if you have an idea, how many of you actually in here have a book that you wrote? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, quite a few. Okay, how many of you would say, I'm so excited about all the books I've sold, so many books, and I'm flying, I am going gangbusters with my sales right now. Anybody? Okay, right, that's what I thought. So, with all due respect, that's what I thought. Because we don't know how, you know what I mean? We're not exactly sure how to take the next step. What do we do to get that book out? How do we get exposure? How do people know? So there's ways to do these things. And you start in the community that you're in. You start local. Now, why do you do that? Because you want to, first of all, you want to work out the kinks in your business. You want to work out the thing that you want to do. And you start with the people you know. Okay, so in this room tonight, how many of you know me? Not just the new people that met me. How many of you knew me before you came tonight? Yeah, like 85, 90% of you. Probably 92% of you, maybe, I don't know. The point is, you start going through the people that you know initially. And then they help you because they tell other people. That's what I mean about community. And at that point, you're testing your market. You're getting a chance to do it because those people love you, so they're not going to judge you. And they're going to help you because they are for you and they're going to support you. So it's really important to understand that. And then you're also, like I said, you're going to work out kinks if you need to before you can go to the world. Wasn't that cute how that came down? World. So you may go, oh, the world, come on. Really? The world? Well, why not? Who created the world? Does he live inside of you? Only a few do? Okay, I don't really. He lives inside of me, okay? I'm just going to let you know. I am going to the world with what he gives me to do. And why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't you? When I got the idea to do the Destiny Dinner, which was, by the way, less than 2 months ago, in case you're wondering, I heard God say, do a Destiny Dinner. I'm like, okay. I don't know what that is, but okay. And then he told me the date, the time, and where to do it, and how much to charge. He told me everything. And he told me, I want you to do these destiny dinners all around the world.
Hallelujah. Wow.
Double! That would be fun. Wouldn't it? I mean, it would be for me. I don't know about you guys, but it would be super fun for me. I could tap all over the world. Anyway, so but God is a big God. He lives on the inside of us. So of course, he would want us to do something big. Okay, I want you to say this after me. I believe I can do something big. One more time. Big. Yeah. All right, amen. A couple claps. Because we can. Why not? Okay? You know, and it was funny. As we've been working on this and putting this together, God had me go to Genesis in chapter 1, and I began to read about the creation of the world. And he was showing me that, he created the world in how many days? 6 days. 6 steps. I thought that was interesting. And here's the cool thing, too. At the top, the 6th step was man, right? Is that right? 6th day? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
All right. So he created, thank you. He created the world in 6 days, man being the 6th day. But it wasn't until God brought Eve to the man that they brought forth the whole human race. Okay, so catch what I'm saying. God knew that Adam needed a partner. He needed someone to help him so that God could fulfill his dream, which was us, was to bring people to the earth so we could all know him and have an intimate relationship with him. Adam couldn't have done it without Eve. They needed to come together. He needed a partner. He needed someone to work with. He told them, I want you to do this together. So that's what we want to do for you. We want to work with you and help you get to the top and reach the world. Can I hear a resounding amen?
Amen.
Very nice, young man. I liked your amen. Okay. But one thing that we understand is that in order to get where we want to go, like I said, we need help. We need people to help us get there. How many of you, I could say to you tonight, this is exciting. You can get to the world. Wasn't that a great message? And you can get all inspired about going to the world and using your gifts and talents for God. And you can walk out of here tonight having this great, exciting moment, but then go home and just go on with life as if this didn't even happen tonight. How many of you have ever been to meetings where you get really inspired, but then nothing changes in your life? I'm putting up all my limbs. Right? So I believe it would be doing a disservice to you if we did not take you through and help you. So we want to coach you to do it. We want to be your coaches. What does that mean? Well, athletes have coaches, right? I know we have a basketball coach in the back there. And we have a fitness coach here tonight. And we have business coaches. And there's life coaches. You've heard of all that, right? So why shouldn't we have a destiny coach? Ding, 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 ding. I just started something new. I'm doing a lot of news tonight. So I just wanted to explain to you that coaching is basically a way to help us get where we want to go. Because if you've ever tried to do something on your own, like even writing a book, okay, I've started writing a few books. Let me rephrase that. But I didn't finish because I didn't have the accountability. I didn't have that grit. I got to do this by a certain time, or how can I get along with this if I'm not getting someone to help push me? We all need to be pushed. Well, maybe you don't, but a lot of us do, right? Okay. In my Mestas musical business, when we first started, I asked my husband, when should I have the show written? So this is right in the very beginning when I knew we got the gig. We got the booking before I even had the show written, but that's kind of how I do things. And he told me, he gave me a date when to have it done by. Because I'm telling you, I knew that if he did not give me that date, Mestas musicals would not exist today. Would not. I wouldn't have done it. I would have gotten too busy. Okay? We need that accountability. Well, there is someone in the house tonight who really understands accountability. She understands the importance and the power of coaching. And I am so privileged that she is willing to come here tonight and share with us a few moments about why she believes coaching is essential to success. She's a wife, a mother, an entrepreneur, a transformational coach. She has so much going on, fitness, and she does all kinds of things where she helps a lot of people. She's a thinking guru, consultant, whatever. I don't have all the accolades. I'm trying to remember them all. She has a lot of accolades. She has a lot of titles. But she's an entrepreneur, a wonderful woman, and I'm glad to call her my friend. Please welcome to the stage, Coach Sil. Come on up. Hello. Well, we're glad to have you. It's a pleasure. And I'm going to tell you that I don't know if you've ever seen Coach Sil on Facebook, but she really gets you motivated. So I'm going to have her share a little bit with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How's everyone tonight?
Great.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
So I want to ask a couple of questions to start off with. Who owns a business out here? Anyone? Yeah, the lights are really bright. Let's walk around. Who owns a business? Good. Who wants to own a business? There you go. A few more hands. Good. Well, then you will be able to relate to my story. And I have some notes here, so I'm going to just refer back to my notes here shortly. So if you believe you've been in a business, if you've been in business at least once in your life, you've probably struggled at one point or another. And so one day I found myself on my knees talking to God about my business. And I was talking just like I'm talking to you right now, to God. Because I told him, I said, if something doesn't change in my business, it's going to close down, and I'm done. And I meant it. I meant that I was done. Now, how many of you all know that when you talk to God or pray to God, he doesn't necessarily answer you the way that you want to get answered to, right? You know, I would have much rather he just dropped a bag of money in my lap. It would have solved all of my problems, but he didn't do that. But you know what he did do? He introduced me to my first coach. And man, that was the best thing he could have done. So now let me back up a little bit. Let me give you a little bit back history about myself. I started a business in an industry that I knew nothing about, in a season that was the absolute worst time to start that business in. Yes, I started a gym in June when people don't go to the gym. But I did it because God said to.
There you go.
And we sold a Groupon and sold almost 1,000 Groupons in June when we launched this business. And so business was good for a little while. But what happened was, as my knowledge depleted, so did my success. Because I had only limited knowledge. I didn't know much about owning a gym. I had no plans of owning a gym, but I did. And so when I got to the place where I had nowhere to go, let's fast forward back to when I was on my knees, talking to God, just the way I'm talking to you in plain English. And I said, God, you need to do something, because if something does not change, this is it. We're going to sing Kumbaya stories about Heatwave Fitness Club, which is the name of my gym. And again, he introduced me to my coach. Let me tell you, that was probably the single best thing that has ever happened in my business and life. Who's ever dreamt when they were a little kid they wanted to own their own business? Anyone? Okay, I definitely did. In fact, I can recall vividly saying to myself that when I own my own business, I won't have to report to someone. I'm never going to punch anyone's clock. Well, actually, what I was saying is, in my immaturity, I don't want to be held accountable. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. But I quickly learned that that was an immature way of thinking, because in fact, it was accountability that I learned was the thing that I needed in my business. So I'm going to switch over to my notes here. And I was going to say this one point, that I believe the boldness that I had in going to God about my business at that moment was because I knew that I was supposed to. He gave me the business, so I had that boldness to go to him. But I want to ask you all a question here. Who's ever just gone out and searched for a coach to help them with their business or business idea? Anyone?
a few people.
Okay, a few people. Now let me ask you a different question, because I saw a few hands that said that you own a business or you thought about owning a business. If you own a business, who here has ever struggled, needed more clients, needed more money in their business? Anyone? Okay, that's a lot more hands. Well, here's the deal. Most people do not go out searching for a coach, because what is that? What we search for is someone to help us stop the bleeding in our business, show us how to get more clients, show us how to make more money, show us how to scale our business, show us how to market. That's what we're really looking for. And we don't understand or realize the answer is actually in a coach. But we're not really going to look for a coach. I'm going to just switch over here to my notes. I want to stay on track. So that proves my point. I believe a lot of people don't necessarily believe that they need a coach, but in reality, we do. Let me go back to my business when I got that coach, right? In 30 days, I made triple what my investment was for that coach. So I made all my money back, plus 2 more. In 12 months, my business quadrupled. I literally went from wondering how I was going to pay the rent for my gym to it wasn't even on my radar, because the money was always there. And I'm telling you, it would not have happened without God first, but Him leading me to a coach, someone who had already gone the path that I was trying to go, who had the knowledge that I needed, and showed me exactly what to do. All right, I got a little test for you. You own a business, right? Let's pretend like we all own a business. I want you to go out and I want you to raise your prices. I did this actually. I talked about this on a page that we're a part of. I want you to go and raise your prices. Who's down with that? Am I going to raise your prices? Well, here's what could potentially happen is we'll go out, we'll try to raise our prices, and then we'll ask ourselves this question. Well, how much should I raise my prices to? When should I raise my prices? What should I raise my prices on? Well, guess what? That's where a coach comes in. A coach is going to answer all of those questions for you, saving you time and making you more money.
Good.
I truly believe that God destined us all to have a coach, because guess what? We were born with one called our parents. There's nothing in this, and I truly, honestly believe this. This is not something I'm just saying because I'm on this stage. I do believe this. There's nothing in our lives that God called us to do by ourselves. He always wanted us to have someone who's going to support us, who was going to instruct us, and who was going to hold us accountable. Yet people every single day start businesses by themselves with their own limited knowledge. They have no support. They have no instruction, and they have no accountability. And they're struggling in their businesses. Why do I know that? Because I was one of those people. Now, I'm not that person anymore. And so the power of a coach, you know what Lori's talking about tonight with her sign isn't up here anymore, but tap your way to the top. Tap your way to the top. You know, that's someone who's going to help you discover your destiny. Hopefully that was helpful to everyone.
It was. Awesome. Thank you. Very cool. Yep. Isn't that a great picture? I can go like this, but you know. You don't notice how I'm really bulging right here. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you so much. That was awesome. I had a privilege of meeting somebody recently who was also a coach. He couldn't be here tonight. He lives in New York. He's been coaching for many years, and he has coached a lot of people, but one in particular that I think you'll find interesting, and that is President Donald Trump. And I got to know this gentleman, and his name is George Ross. There should be a picture of us here. Ah, there's George and I. Isn't he cute? 89 years old and still ticking. And you see that suit I'm wearing? That's the suit I bought at the thrift store. With my tap shoes, remember? Okay. Yeah. So we became buddies. And I got a chance to interview him. And I asked him what the one coaching advice that he gave Donald Trump was, like the most important coaching advice he ever gave him was, and you're going to hear the answer here shortly, and just why he thought coaching was important. So let's take a look at that clip from that interview. Hello, I'm Lori Mestas, speaker, author, coach, and entertainer, and I'm here interviewing the former right-hand man of President Donald Trump, also known as the President's Coach. George, great to see you again.
Good to see you too. What can I do for you?
So tell me, what was it like being the President's Coach?
Well, at the time, it was a long time. I was coach long before he was president
Right,
of
right,
me,
right.
and it was being Donald Trump's coach is
Sure.
really more appropriate because I saw him I was there for over 47 years, which is a lot. And I saw him mature, I saw him grow, and I saw everything that took place between when he started out with nothing, and then he ended up as a billionaire, and ultimately the president of the United States.
What do you know?
So it shows what somebody can accomplish when they have their mind that they can do it.
And so what would you say the best coaching advice you ever gave him was?
The best coaching advice that I ever gave him was to trust people and surround yourself with people that you trust and will give you the advice, not what you want to hear, but really they can give it to you without fear of repercussion. So that's it. Get quality people, give them an opportunity to speak, and delegate to them and let them run with the ball.
So how important is coaching then?
Coaching is critical. Coaching is critical if you have the right coach.
George Ross. Okay. And by the way, he loved my tap your way to the top idea. He did. He's like, that's really different. He loved it. Yay. Can I get a time check, please? Time check. I don't usually do that looking for. Okay. We're going to have to move along here then. So I had a chance to coach somebody recently who is stepping over into a new career as a speaker herself. I'm going to have her come up right here. She's in the house, Erica Moore. We only have a few minutes. We're going to do this, I'm sorry to say, fairly quickly. But what happened was Erica and I had an opportunity to spend about 45 minutes together. And in that time, I shared a few things with her, some ideas for her website, some changes of some copy, and just a picture that I thought would be better for her. And can you just tell them quickly what happened after that meeting?
So I did the changes that Lori said on the website. I changed my picture, and I updated my bio and all that. And so
That's the original.
yeah, that's the.
And I want to point this out too.
Well, it's squished right now, but
It's squished. But it says up here, knowing your value, discovering your dreams. Okay? So go ahead.
okay. So Lori looked at it. She's like, I don't think you look very genuine on the
I mean, she
picture.
looks nice,
She's like,
but-
you look nice, but you look like you're kind of forcing yourself to smile. She found out one of my videos weren't playing, and she was just like, I don't think it's as impactful as it could be. And so
Let's go to 2. New
so
one.
now I use this picture, and then I already have it on my postcard, which I've also updated my business card. So I did all the changes that Lori said, and there's still more that I need to do, but I did that on a Monday night, and the very next day I got my first booking. And at the Epilepsy Foundation in Chicago, which I do next Saturday.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? So, in fact, I saw her picture. She posted this picture, right? It was your new picture on Facebook or something?
Yes, my updated.
Your updated profile. And I just said, wow, you should use this picture. And whatever I said about it, tell them that really quickly.
Yeah.
So Lori said, when I look at this, I'm actually called speaker, author, and overcomer specialist now. And I use part of Sylvia's. I'm the #1 Chicagoland speaker. And so I have that in the bio too. And so they
tell me the
said,
other part that I...
yeah, when she did that, so I updated the bio on there. And so it's like people see that, and it was more welcoming. So
Okay, awesome. And before you go, so you see this also changed here. Know your value, discover your dreams. As opposed to knowing your value, discovering your dreams. Kind of more wishy-washy, ishy, blah. But this is like, know your value, discover your dreams. Boom! A little more impact, yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Miss Erica. Awesome. Hey, by the way, Erica just wrote a book. The name of the book is
Memoirs of Singlehood and the Steps Towards Marriage.
Memoirs of Singlehood and the Steps Towards Marriage. Ooh. See, Erica, if you're single and you want to get married. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so what we're going to do is I just want to let you guys know that obviously we're talking about coaching for a reason, because we don't want to just get you all excited and inspired and not help you get where you want to go. So we're going to roll out our program to you and give you an opportunity to become part of our Destiny team. Ta-da! And so we have a program. It's called First Steps to Success. And it is 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 modules. Okay, what does that mean? So it's really a 3-month program, 90 days to destiny, we call it. And 3 weeks being that we actually get together. We're going to get together with you if you want to do that with us. The first session is a webinar that we do each month that gets you ready for what's going to happen that month. And then for 3 times in the month, we're going to physically get together with you, hands-on training. We're going to go, the first month, the module Getting Ready is, again, mindset, time set, how to set goals. If you're serious about wanting to do something different, if you're serious about the ideas and dreams you have, it's time to do it. Your destiny, 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 your destiny time. Okay, thought I'd throw that in there. So, it's your time. You may go, I think it's my time. Well, yeah, probably is. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Next month is going to be more about implementing and learning different tools of the trade, like we said before, all kinds of marketing and sales, word of mouth marketing, I call it the WOM marketing, and how to negotiate and how to, start to get exposure for your business, your idea, your gift, and your talents. And the 3rd month is our Go month, where we actually help you get out there. It's a very unique program. It is not being done like this. I know there's a lot of business coaches, but I don't know that there's any destiny coaches. I think I am the first. The number 1 destiny coach. Woo! Okay, anyway. In the world. Yeah, baby, in the world. I think so, because I don't think there is one. Yeah. So anyway, but the thing is, we want to help you get there. And there are strategic ways to do it, as we heard from Coach Phil. And just things that I've talked to you guys about my business too, and just how you start making it happen. I want to show you how you can sell without being pushy, without being concerned to get on the phone and being nervous. Yeah, you're adding value to people. You're meeting a need. That's how I see it with what I do. My Mestas musical business, by the way, I don't even work it anymore. It just works itself. I seriously maybe work it 2 hours a week, and I'm making more money this year than I did last year. Last year I didn't work it at all because I had other things going on in my life. It was more than the year before because it's self-perpetuating now. I've got a niche. I've got a great market. People love what we do, and now they're calling me. It's great. So we want to help you get there. And let me just tell you, I recently signed up for a program about speaking, getting paid to speak it was called. And it was an online program, and that was cool. And it was $3,800. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I really want to do this. I want to learn this, and this is good. But here's the problem. Even though there's a lot of content on that website, I've hardly looked at a video. Because I've been too busy. Well, understandably, I'm putting together my own thing. But the point is, we get busy. But with our program, because it's so hands-on, and you need to show up, that's a good thing. Because it makes you accountable. And we're going to give you assignments, and we're going to give you exercises to do, and you're going to present, and you're going to be able to have interaction, and things like that. So you may be sitting there going like, man, this is not for me. That's okay, but it might be for some of you here. So we want to at least roll it out. We want to launch what we're doing, let you know about what we're doing. And just so you know, with our program, the value of what we are bringing to the table is far greater than what I paid for that other program, I'm letting you know. But we want to get it to you where it's affordable enough to get you rolling, and we want more people to be able to do it. So we're going to give you guys this crazy opportunity. I guess I'll put it that way. So our program is only $297 a month. And that's a really good deal. Yeah, it is.
For coaching, it is.
For coaching, it's a crazy good deal. And we're going to do team coaching. This is going to be a team. You're going to be on our team. If I were you, I want to be on a team with me. I'm really cool to be around. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Well, you know, and when you're with people, it rubs off, you know. Creative ideas rub off. Since I've been kind of doing my little thing and getting some coaching and things like that myself, God, I get all these creative ideas that just keep happening and happening because you're around that, you're in that environment. And it feeds that, and it births more ideas. So here's the thing, not only is that a good deal, but because it's our launch, and you are here for our launch of our new venture, we're going to take off $100 a month. $200. So we're going to give you a $300 discount. Right from the get-go. $197 a month, that is like nothing. I mean, you know, it's a little something. But what you're going to get out of it, oh my goodness. It's really, really, really our love for you to help you. Okay? So we want to give you that opportunity. And if you want to just go for the whole 3-month deal, which we're encouraging you to do because it is a step-by-step program, and you get that tonight as well, we'll take off another $100. Give you even a better deal. So it ends up being $497. Okay. If you want to do that, do it. I'm going to give you that opportunity to do it tonight. If you say, gosh, this sounds interesting. Whoa, I didn't know. I thought I was just coming to a show. What is this? That's okay. That's okay. I get it. But I know there's people here that need to do something with their lives. You're here for a reason. Not just for a good show. At least I hope that you're here for more than a good show. Because I'm not doing this just for a good show for you, just so you know. I want to make a difference in your life. And this is not enough. This is not enough. So, if you are like, wow, I want to do this, but I would like to just at least get started. You can get started. You can start at the 197. So if that's what you want to do, that's fine. We just want to encourage you, please, do something for yourself. I mean, we're going to have a great space we're going to work in. And by the way, we can only have 25 people because it's so hands-on and we want to have that intimacy with you and really help you. We can only have 25 people. So first 25 people that got on board, you get to do this with us. Now, as we go around the world, as you know, I'm going around the world. I already told you guys, right? I'm not going to be able to be there and help everybody. You guys get to have the first opportunity to be helped and hand brought through your destiny and your journey and thus to your destination. So we want to give you that chance. And one last thing, we're going to offer the first 3 people that sign up for that tonight get an hour of free coaching with moi. Now, why is that good? Because that's where we handcraft. That's where we help you with your own business plan for what you want to do, and we create it with you. Private coaching is about an hour. That's worth about $9,000. That's good. It's a lot of money.
I'm in.
He's in. 2, 3. Okay. You go to the back right there. Sign on up, baby. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Why not? Time is short. Let's do this thing. Let's help you guys get there. Okay? Now you may still be here tonight and say, hey, you know what? I don't know that I have an idea, a vision, but I know there's more for my life. We can help you find out what it is. It's called discovering your destiny and fulfilling it. And the first month alone, the mindset, time set, goal setting will change your life. The first month alone. So, what I want to do right now is I want to pray for you guys. If you, look it, Sylvia said it, I've been saying it all night. You got to know that the dreams that you have, the gifts, the talents, there's someone here tonight that I know that is so amazing helping people. He loves to help people. And he has such a gift and a love for people. And I think he knows that he should be that kind of a coach, a life coach, or somebody like that, but he probably doesn't know how to get started. Okay, we can help you get started. We're going to help you. We know you've got it. It's time for you to do something that's inside you to do. Amen? So, actually, before I pray for you, I'm going to sing this one last song. It's called There's More for Your Life. And as I'm singing and you want to be one of those 25 people, feel free. You can go back. You can sign up and however you want to do it, okay? But I want to sing the song to you. It's a song I wrote for you for tonight, so I'm debuting it. So here we go. Can you turn up the music for me, please? I started writing this song a long time ago, but I couldn't get the rest of it, And I know why now. Names. Because it was for tonight. And then I got the rest of it. I need more music still. There's more for your life. Just reach out and grab it. There's more for your life. It's time now to have it. When you realize that you have a purpose you need to fulfill. There's more for your life. Don't wait any longer. There's more for your life. It's time to get stronger. The world needs to know what you have to offer. There's no time for you to stand still. There's more for you, more for you, more for you to do. There's more for you, more for you. Don't wait, it's time for you. There's more for your life. Your passion is calling. There's more for your life. Your fears now are falling. The time is at hand for you to rise up to the person that you're meant to be. There's more for your life. It's time to press on now. There's more for your life. Stand firm and take your vow. Forget what's behind. Step into your future. Walk forth into your victory. There's more for you, more for you, more for you to do. There's more for you, more for you. Don't wait, it's time. There's more for you, more for you, more for you to do. There's more for you, more for you. Don't wait, it's time. It's time. There's more for your life. Time to grab it. There's more for your life. It's time for you to have it. Forget what's behind. Press into your future. It's time for you to do what you're here to do. There's more for your life. Don't wait any longer. There's more for your life. It's time to get stronger. The world needs to know what you have to offer. It's time for your light to shine through. There's more for you, more for you, more for you to do. There's more for you, more for you. Don't wait, don't wait, don't wait, don't wait, don't wait, don't wait. It's time for you. Thank you. It's your time. It's your time. It's our time. Man, I am telling you, we have more time than we think we have in our day. I haven't watched TV in a long time. My son's here. Is that not true, Elliot? True. He's like, Mom, you want to watch it? No, honey, I can't. Sorry. Let me. Every once in a while we'll sit down and watch a movie. I may watch an hour at a moment. Maybe. I've been so busy putting this together because it's what God is calling me to do. And I'm telling you, it's like I'm in a race against time. I do. I feel like I'm training for the Olympics or something. But we are in the Olympics. We have a job to do while we're here. We need to get it done. And listen, you may think, I don't need a business. Who wants a business? Would you want to keep working for a person that has a creative idea and you're making them rich with their creative idea? Ooh. Why don't you get rich on your own creative idea? Ding, ding, ding. Just so you know, this is really cool. So these shoes, my pumps, I bought them on Wednesday. God said, go to DSW. I went to DSW. Okay, but here's the cool thing. The girl that was helping me, really sweet girl at DSW, we started talking. And she said, so what are you doing? Or maybe I said, because I do tell people what I do. And I said, oh, I have an event coming up. She's like, oh, what is it? And I said, it's called a Destiny Dinner. She's like, ooh, that's interesting. And she says, well, exactly what is it? And I said, well, we help people take their gifts and talents and use them more effectively and efficiently, bringing them to the marketplace. She said, oh. Turns out she's a writer, a producer. And guess what? She's here tonight. Yeah. Danielle! Woo, 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 woo. Okay. Now she said something to me. She said, an expression, you said something about the door open. What was that, Danielle? You have to say it loud. Okay, so she's saying, sometimes we're waiting for God to open a door, but he's waiting for us to take the step. And so she calls it like the automatic door theory, right? And so I said, oh, wow, that sounds like a book waiting to happen. And she went, oh. That's how I can help you. I get ideas from people all the time. True? I think I should be called a creative idea coach, maybe. Whatever you want to call me, it's fine. Just don't call me late for dinner. I don't really eat a lot of dinner these days, but the point is, we want to help you. So look, as we conclude tonight, I have a few other things to tell you, but sign up. Now's the time. And if you aren't thinking the program type thing is for you, that's fine. But you like the idea of what we're doing, you want to help support us do these Destiny Dinners all over and help a lot of people, you can help that way too. You can contribute. You can be part of our team if you would like to support the vision. Because when we start traveling, it costs money to do that. So it costs money for the travel, it costs money to rent the equipment wherever we go. So just if you want to be part of it that way, you can do that as well. It's whatever you want to do. Or you don't have to do anything at all. But I just want to let you know, we would love you to be part of our team. So sign up, get on board, be part of what we're doing. We will help change your life. We'll change lives together. And it's going to be a great time. So before we finish up, I did tell you earlier I was going to pray for you. So I really feel that it's important tonight to let you know this again, that for me, I would not be here if it wasn't for God. No way, Jose. No way. I would never have started Mestas Musicals. I would never be helping people with their destiny. Goodness gracious, I didn't even know my own destiny. But now I do, and it's to help other people to fulfill theirs. And it's to reach more people for God. And when we are known in the marketplace, we have influence. And people want to know who we know, not just what we know. So this is really a bigger thing than, just, I got my own little life here. Let's do what we can to help other people with what the ideas that God has given us. Okay? So, if you guys don't mind for a moment, can I just pray for you? And what I'm going to do is I pray for you. So if you could just bow your heads for a moment, please. And close your eyes. So, Lord, I thank you for everyone here tonight. Thank you, Lord, that they know that they came here for a purpose, for a time, for such a time as this. And if you would say you're here tonight, and you know what? This is interesting. I like this. But truthfully, I don't know that I know this God you're talking about. I want to fulfill the gifts and talents I believe I was born with, but I'm not sure that I know him personally. So how would I know what those are, or who he is in my life, and how do I know how to fulfill what he's calling me to do? I just don't know that, but I know I need to know that, and I have a stirring in my heart that I need to know this God they've been talking about. And I just want everyone, please, without looking around, everyone, eyes closed. You say, that's me. I need to know this God. I need to know him personally. I want to know, and I want to hear his voice. Like these guys are talking about. He told me to do this. He told me to do that. How does that happen? It happens by a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. So if that's you tonight, I'd like to pray for you. And if you could please raise your hand and let me pray for you tonight. I would love to do that for you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I see that hand. Anybody else? I see it empty. Anybody else? All right, great. Now, just keep your eyes closed, please. Let's say you're here tonight and you say, I know God, but I know there's more for my life. You just sing that song. I know that's me, and I want that. I want more. And I'm willing to do whatever God tells me to do. Even though it may be scary, I'm willing to do it because I know that I can't keep going the way I'm going and get the results that I want to get. And you say, that's me. I know I want more. I want to be more for God. I want to do more for God. And I want to be the person that He's called me to be and make a difference in the world and other people's lives. And if that is you, raise your hand. Okay, there's quite a few of you. That makes sense. All right, good deal. Okay. Well, I'm going to pray for everyone tonight that raised their hands. And you can get in the prayer as well. So just repeat this after me. Say, Father God, thank you so much for this time tonight. I do believe it's my time. I want to make a difference. I want to be who you've called me to be. Thank you, Jesus, that you paid the price for me. I believe that you did that for me so I could be free and live with you eternally. Now I surrender my life to you completely, fully, in utter obedience to what you want me to do. I thank you for it. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, good. Awesome. So just so you know, up and coming, we have, we're doing another Destiny dinner, an encore performance and presentation for those who couldn't make it tonight. There were quite a few. So we decided to do another one. What do you think about that? Great. Okay. So, anybody ever get one of these cards that we were passing around for a while? So this is our card. That's our invitation. And we want to ask you to invite people to the dinner. It's going to be March 31st. Please let them know what we're doing and encourage them to come. And, here's the thing, you guys. How many of you would say you got something out of tonight? Anybody? Okay, like almost everybody. I'm so glad to know that. All right, do you know anybody, even you were thinking about them maybe tonight, do you know anybody that you think would have gotten something out of tonight that might be someone you could invite to this for next time? Huh? I heard a few yeses. Okay, good. Yes, very good. All right, so we have these back there. Please pick them up and invite people. The other thing that we're going to do is on May 6th, we're going to have a Destiny Day. Not just a dinner, but a day. 9 to 12. We're going to do some wonderful things for 3 hours. Did you like the entertainment tonight? We're going to do more entertainment. We're going to do some cool skits that have to do with the topic. And we're going to teach more and encourage more and help people to really get on board with their dreams and their talents. And some people that we will pick, we will give them an opportunity to have a booth or a table whereby they can sell their products, their services. So we'll let you know. And if you're interested if you're on our Destiny team, well then we will consider you as one of those people at the Destiny Day to give you exposure, as well as have you start to get the word out and perhaps make some money there. So that would be good, right? Okay, so I think we're going to conclude now. And I want to just remind you that, the Destiny dinner next month, the price is going to be the same as tonight for 1 week only. You guys got the launch price for dinner tonight, just so you know. I mean, basically it covered the dinner, just so you understand. So we're going to keep that same price for 1 week. So if you want to tell people about coming, tell them to get on board this next week, because it's going to go up a little bit. It's my business, I can do that, right? Sylvia said raise your prices. That's what we do with Mestas musicals. We kept raising our prices. By the way, we charge our seniors $39 for a lunch and a show at White Fence Farm. Our seniors, $39. They all pay it. At the end of March, I have over 200 seniors filling this room for a show we're doing. And do you understand what I'm saying? You guys pay, $27, $34. What I'm getting at is, God told me to charge that though. That's the point. So but now he's telling me, raise your price. Love it. This costs us money to do, I've been living and breathing and doing this thing, and I pay her, my PHA. You've heard of a PA, personal assistant. She's my PHA, my powerhouse assistant. She does everything. So it costs money to do this kind of stuff. Anyway, the point is, we're doing another one to invite people, and then the Destiny Day, we're having a contest. Whoever invites the most people to the Destiny Day in May will get a free hour of coaching with me as well. Okay? So, I'm bidding you adieu. Can you come up here, Daryl, real quick? We're going to just sing as we go. And please get on board tonight. I cannot tell you the price that I'm giving you tonight will be the same after tonight, just so you know. This is an offer for tonight, especially the $100 off deal of the whole thing. Okay, so just so you know. Oh, goodness gracious, we have a raffle. Okay, we're going to do the raffle first. Do you guys remember the raffle? No. So we did a thing with the first 30 people that signed up to the dinner would get a gift. And then the second raffle was before February 10th. So let's go ahead and bring up the hats, the raffle hats. Okay. Trustee assistant, quickly please, quickly. You guys are troopers, hanging in there. All right.
So we'll do the,
I have this mic on too, but it seemed like I was getting more out of this one. Here.
Well, let's do the first 30 days.
So with that,
first 30 people.
yeah. So do you understand what we did? It was more of like we did it online and we told other people too. The first 30 people that sign up or that get a ticket, they're going to go in a hat for a gift. So okay, do we have a drum roll? You guys do drum roll. And drum roll, please. I'm picking. All right. I'm not looking. Ta-da! Who's this? Kohler? Jake, the Jakester, come on down, Jakester.
Jamie, could you get the other gift?
Come on down, it's your turn on the Destiny Dinner Show. Come on up.
Tell him what he wins.
Oh, well, yeah, I need we need the gift. They are right up here. All right, wait. But she's got a whole bag. Okay, fine. All right, so you are getting, there's another thing too. Okay. Paula Williams, who sang in the beginning, her CD called Celebrate. You got, oh wait, I'm going to take that back because it's in your basket. I'm just telling you what you're getting. Forget that. You get a book called You Can Soar Above Life's Disappointments to Achieve Your Dreams, written by Sharice Radlin. And you get a Make Your Life Count CD by yours truly. It's a teaching about how to make your life count, man. Come on. Can't go wrong with that. Okay. And so here's your lovely basket. Oh, wait. And there's more. Can I open this up? Where's Jamie? There's something in here. I don't want to open your basket because it's so cute. Look at the little clocks on here. But, Jamie, where are you? Come up here. Hurry. Clock is ticking, girl. Clock is ticking. Okay. I don't want to open this, but I almost feel like we need to open it so they can see the clock that you made. She made a really cool clock.
Oh, Jamie did.
Jamie made this. Yay! She's very artsy, very gifted. Yeah, I'm going to help her. I'm helping you. Okay. Can she open it or you want to open it?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, open it. Because I want you guys to see this. It's so cool. Okay, while she's opening, let's do our next drawing. Oh, I thought there were two. Get this. Oh, my Lord have mercy. Aren't there two? Okay. Alrighty then. Where's Daryl?
Well, we had. Oh, Daryl has CDs
Daryl,
too.
why don't you grab one of your CDs for me? We'll add that to the mix on this
All
one.
right, Daryl.
My Lord, does anyone have scissors here? Okay, can we just rip it? I have a scissors backstage. Just cut this baby open. Okay, here we go. Got it. Oh my Lord. Okay. All right, good.
It was pretty.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
Rip it.
Bobby, get a picture. What does it say on it, Jamie?
your destiny time.
Your destiny time. And it's an actual clock. It works. It's a real clock. Jake, it's your destiny time. Okay?
Yeah.
You take that baby home and get it ticking. Get it ticking. All right. Congratulations. Ciao, ciao for now.
We had a few more people in this drawing
Okay.
here. So these are the people that signed up by February
Oh
10th.
yeah, so the first drawing was the 30 and then the February 10th one.
Exactly.
Okay, really quickly, here we go. And woo! Come on, oh, come on, you guys are you say it.
Jill Dome.
Woo! Come on down, Jill. Okay, as she's coming down, I'm going to tell a quick story. So, Felicity and I had a children's theater company for a while. Jill's daughter Rachel was in our children's theater company. And Rachel, in one show, played the mother of a boy named Peter. Because it was children's theater, right? So, we always refer to Jill as Peter's mother's mother. Hello, that's you. All right, good. So here's what you get. You get several CDs. So this is Daryl, our wonderful keyboardist. Me, Make Your Life Count. Paula Williams, Celebrate, and Sharice's Clock. And we'll get you a clock, Jill. Love ya, honey. Congratulations. All right, are we good?
We're good.
Okay,
Sing us out.
we're going to sing you out. Make sure that you guys sign up. Anything else? Anything else? We're good? Good to go? All right. Then we'll be back there too. So, ready? Destiny, destiny. Your destiny, destiny. Now I want you guys to do this with me. Say, destiny, destiny. My destiny, destiny, destiny. Whoa. Okay. I guess I didn't need the music, right? Come on. Destiny, destiny. My destiny. I want you guys to put in my instead of your. Ready? My destiny time. Ready? Destiny, destiny. My destiny, destiny, destiny. Keep going. Destiny, destiny. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. You're the best. Destiny, destiny. As you're going out, you are saying it's your destiny. My destiny time. Woo! Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Bless you guys.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything without my glasses. I told her, I said, get my
Nice to meet you.